It's a privilege to do this job, to introduce the world to new music, to shape the culture.
Richie, we're going to be bankrupt in a month.
Going in a new direction, trying to bring us into the future.
Well, you're over there in the future. I'm here in the present trying to keep the lights on.
Hey, we're about to turn a corner.
Vinyl is one of the most highly anticipated new mid-season TV shows. It's set in New York in the 1970s. The HBO series is a behind-the-scenes look at the music industry. Its executive producers are Martin Scorsese and Mick Jagger. Here to tell us more about Vinyl and the other new shows we should be checking out is TV critic Bill Brioux. Always good to have you here.
It's great to be back, Marcy. Thanks for having me.
Let's start right there with Vinyl.
Yeah.
The Jaggers doing a project together.
Yes.
Mick and his son James.
Yeah, his son is in this, and boy, when you see him on screen, you know it's Mick's son. He looks a lot like him, but this is a great series. It starts on Valentine's Day, I believe, on HBO Canada. Mick Jagger is one of the producers, and so is Martin Scorsese, who directs the first 2 hours, and it's a great first 2 hours. Bobby Cannavale, people might know him from Sopranos and Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah.
He's sort of the record executive at the middle of this story. It's set in the 70s. Cannavale's a great actor. And Terry Winter, who wrote it, also worked on Boardwalk. He thinks he's as good as Gandolfini.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, from there to the return of Mulder and Scully.
Yeah, the
X-Files
is out there. They're coming back Sunday on CTV. If you love the original series, you're going to like these 6 new episodes.
Yeah.
It's like a little mini-series. Starts right off with a mythology episode. Gillian Anderson's back, and David Duchovny. Chris Carter, the creator of the series. So they're all back. And the guy that's new is Joel McHale, who plays sort of like a Fox News anchor who needs their help to look into some paranormal stuff.
It sounds good.
I've seen the first hour. If you're a fan of this show back then, you'll love these 6 episodes.
Okay, a lot of buzz about Billions.
Yeah.
Great cast here with Damian Lewis and Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, it's already back. It's on Crave TV, so you can watch now. 2 great actors, Damian Lewis from Homeland. He's like a Wall Street billionaire. Giamatti is always good at playing angry, frustrated guys.
He does that well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So that furrowed brow and the whole thing.
Right, so he's back on the trail of this guy, and he wants to put him away. The twist is that Giamatti and his wife have a very kinky, weird kind of sex life, a little added surprise in this show. But and you know what? I wish these 2 actors had switched their roles.
Really, that's interesting.
Because you see, Giamatti plays this part a lot, so it would have been fun to see him try the Wall Street guy for a change.
Interesting. Okay, what's Preacher about?
Preacher, my goodness, this one is hide the kids. It's comic book based, but like an adult comic book, and Seth Rogen is one of the producers. It's a bit outrageous, but violent, and it's a guy. Preacher comes to a small Texas town, and he meets these crazy characters. Tulip is this young woman who's like karate expert, and there's this crazy drunken Irish vampire who comes into town. It's a very violent show, but it's punctuated by that sort of little bit sick, twisted humor. It's worth a look.
You really liked American Crime Story, featuring the O.J. Simpson trial.
Yeah. People are going to say, why O.J., why now? But you know what? It's been 22 years since that white Bronco chase. My kids, were just babies when this was born, so they don't know anything about it. And you couldn't make up these characters. Judge Ito, Kato Kalin.
You really couldn't.
No, and the story is so outrageous. Really a tremendous story. The actors, John Travolta plays Shapiro, the lawyer. He's very good in this. Cuba Gooding is O.J. He's not, O.J., that's the only maybe flaw in this show. Gooding's a great actor. But O.J. was such an imposing...
You want the physicality.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to matter in the end. Boy, I watched 10 minutes of this and was hooked. You're going to be drawn right back into it.
Thank you so much, Bill.
My
Appreciate
pleasure.
you.